Alright guys, so Yisk had a live stream today and I just finished watching through it, so I figured I'd share with you guys all the stuff that was been revealed. And first of all, you guys probably remember from a month or two ago when Yisk mentioned that this summer the RuneScape map size is going to increase by about 50%. So they confirmed that this area will be added to the western side of the map, so beyond the Elven lands over here. So it's going to be, I guess, a continuation of either this area or maybe a whole new island over this way, I'm not exactly sure. And they said that it will be about the size of from this coast over here to White Wolf Mountain right here. So it's going to be basically the distance from White Wolf Mountain to the Elven Lands size just added onto the map on the western side, which is going to be included with a Uber quest also apparently, which is going to tie in a lot of stuff and be great for everyone in general. So that's going to be a pretty big deal. But the main thing that they actually showed us today is a few new clue scroll awards, which I'm going to go through with you guys today. I do have a video of all of the clue scroll awards not included in this, so that were revealed before now. I encourage you guys to go check it out before watching this, just because this is it's not going to include any of the original stuff, and that video has a lot more. It's just the new stuff that they didn't show us last time that you'll be seeing in this video. Alright, so this right here is the first item that we see, and this is Infinity Robes clearly, but this is the Dark Infinity Robe add-on packages. So there's the Light Infinity, which you'll see in my last video, and they added a Dark Infinity also, which changed his Infinity to this. It's the same way with the way that you add on stuff to the Dragon Armor or whatever to trim it, or add to the Fury. Next one is they changed the gold, the regular trimmed bronze armor a little bit, so it's a little bit darker. This is the old bronze trim, which you can hardly really see, and so they changed it to this. It seems like they made the armor itself a little bit darker too, also. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, it looks a little bit better. It's still kind of an odd color, but it looks kind of cool. And they did add trimmed and gold trimmed black wizard robes. So these will be, oh yeah, and also these will be available from level 1 clues, so the easy clues. So they'll be fairly common items. The bronze and iron armor trimmed sets also will be available from level 1 clues. And here is the gold trimmed black wizard robes, and it's hard to see, but this person is actually wielding a black pickaxe, which is something that hasn't existed, and this will be a level 1 clue reward. And interesting fact about the black pickaxe is that it'll actually weigh, like, I think they said it'll weigh 1 gram, which I'm not sure if they meant like 1 kilogram or if they're just joking around, but it may actually weigh less than the mithril pickaxe, which would theoretically make it good for rune crafting, but it's probably going to be sort of expensive just because it's not going to be super common. So it's not really going to be worth it to use for rune crafting. But if you guys don't know, what I mean is that having a lighter pickaxe is better for rune crafting since the level doesn't matter. And at the moment, the mithril pickaxe is the lightest pickaxe, but if this is lighter than mithril, it'll be sort of interesting, but not really actually that practical. But just kind of a random item. I guess since it doesn't exist, it sort of makes sense. Oh yeah, and oh, hold on. Well, this right here is actually an image from the older stream, and this right here is the Town Crier hat. And they decided to completely get rid of the Town Crier top and bottoms, and they're just going to have the Town Crier hat. And this is because actually this is just the Town Crier top. It looks too similar to the Third Age robe top, and they didn't want to have an item that was so similar. But they are going to be still adding the Town Crier hat. And this right here is the Zeros rune armor. So they added Zeros, Bandos, and Armadil sets of the rune armor, which is something that's been seen before. But this one looks pretty good. You have the cool little symbol on the chest. This is the Bandos one, not really that amazing looking, but my biggest question is whether these are going to be free to play or not, because that's going to decide whether they hold any value whatsoever or not, or like if anyone is actually interested in them. And this is the Armadil. I couldn't get a screenshot of the Armadil with the plate legs just because Modron C was going through these quite fast and it was hard to get all the screenshots, but this is Armadil. It seems a little bit dark, the gray, to me, compared to some of the other Armadil stuff, but I don't know. All of this stuff is subject to change, and they mentioned that with some of the stuff. And this is the Zeros Dragonhide, so they added the same types of sets for Dragonhide, also the Zeros, Bandos, and Armadil. So this is, they said that they're probably going to make this a little bit less bright, and this is the Bandos one. They said they're probably going to make this a little bit more brown because it's a little bit too light right now, but that's basically, it sort of looks kind of like snakeskin right now, which is kind of weird. And this is the Armadil. They said they'll probably make this a little bit less fluorescent also, but kind of cool. And they will include the coifs and everything, and they will have the prayer bonuses. And same thing with all of the armors. They will each have +1 prayer bonus for each piece. And next we have dragon masks. I'm not sure whether I showed these in the last video, but I don't think so. So these are all the 4 regular dragon masks. There's black, here is red dragon, blue dragon, and green dragon. The green looks pretty nice. It has a lot more like highlights on it than the other ones seem to have, but those are all pretty cool. And there also will be metallic masks, which I showed you guys in the last video. And this is the pith helmet, which is kind of a funny item. I guess it's like Indiana Jones style, like Explorer. And this, I'll zoom in a little bit, this is the Explorer's backpack. Couldn't really see it on the actual equipment interface, but just another kind of cool item. I think we have something sort of like that in RuneScape 3 from Temple Trekking, which I think I remember, and they were joking about maybe making it so you could store ropes in there or something. And this is the Musketeer outfit. Now I'm not sure if this is actually what it's going to look like. I feel like it's probably not, because it looks kind of silly right now. But this is how the hat will look, at least, because the hat's pretty cool. I feel like they'll probably change the shirt and pants a bit because they look kind of derpy. But anyways, this is Musketeer stuff. And this is the katana. I figured I'd show this to you guys again because I got a nice shot of the actual sheath. So this will be a one-handed item, or no, a two-handed item, because you won't be able to wield the shield over the sheath. And you won't be able to sheath it either, but it's just kind of a cool item to have the sheath and have the cool look and everything. And lastly is the royal robe. So they changed the royal quite a bit so you don't look fat and weird when you're wielding it. And yeah, so that's all the new stuff that they showed us. I encourage you guys to go check out my last video, which I'll have linked on screen right now and in the description, which goes through all of the new items that we'll be seeing, and this is just sort of an addition onto that. And we just have a few small little updates that came out today, just bug fixes. The first one I've been kind of confused about because I don't exactly know what it means. They say that food delay on Karambwan, I don't know how it's pronounced, has been reduced by 1 tick. So I don't know if that means that eating after a Karambwan takes 1 less tick, or eating a Karambwan. I don't exactly know what that means, but I don't know if that'll affect PKing or not, because basically what Karambwans are used for is the same way you can use like a shark brew. You can do a shark Karambwan and eat 2 pieces of food really fast. So I'm not sure if that's going to change that or what. I don't really know what that means. Void set bonuses in Ava device ammo conservation no longer take effect in FP world, so that's just a bug. Fixing an issue causing multiple Yuris to spawn. I think I might have actually seen that before, and that was kind of annoying. Doing clues, or maybe that's actually in the barrows. No, yeah, in the barrows you can make multiple barrows brothers spawn on top of you in the tunnels, which is kind of bad. I don't know if they fixed that or not. And then the beach boxing gloves and cursed goblin weapons, they're available from Diango's toy store, are now on F2P, which is cool. Just a few small things. So that's about it for this video. Just a short thing I figured I'd add it on, let you guys know about the new items that we haven't seen before. Pretty cool stuff, and they did mention that a lot of things will be changed here and there. So none of this is the absolute like way that it's going to be when it comes out, but it will be coming out next Thursday, so a week from today, which is pretty cool. I mean, most likely it will be. They have a lot of stuff to do. I mean, the QA, they haven't run it through QA yet, so on the stream you could see a lot of the bugs and stuff going on with all the different stuff. But they have added a ton of new clue like paths, or whatever you want to call them, like new actual clues and new like types of clues. Like there's a new type of clue called a skill clue, where you have to like go mine an ore or do a lap at a certain agility course or something like that to complete the leg. That's the word I was thinking, the leg of the clue. So it's a lot of cool stuff, and the elite clues will be dropped by higher level monsters like abyssal demons, bosses, different things like that, which is pretty cool. And at the moment, I think the new third age items are actually, the drop rate is like 1 in 80,000. So I don't know if they're going to change that or not, but if that's actually the drop rate, then I feel like there's not going to be any of those items coming to the game for like months. So they'll be ridiculously expensive and probably practically non-existent for at least like a few years. But anyways, pretty interesting stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check out my older video that I'll have linked probably again, I don't really know, but you guys, I'm sure, have seen the annotation, and it will be in the description, to see the full run through of all of the clue rewards that we'll be seeing, and just add on the ones in this video to get the total that we'll be seeing next week. I don't think there's anything new that's going to be added beyond that, since it is coming out next week. And link to the live stream that was today will be in the description also. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.